Hold on, sound. You can hear me fine, right?
Yeah,
Nope.
I can hear you fine.
Okay.
Just give me one second here. Yeah, we're good. We're streaming. All right, so morning, everybody. Just getting ready for the head coach to get started.
How did everyone calculate volatility today? Remember, we had a class on it last night. What did you guys? 137. Okay.
So, Brian, yeah, that's the head coach in the room, just getting ready for the open. I've got him muted out for a minute. This is Brian Parton we have on the screen. He's the head, one of the main coaches here, co-founder of Liberty Trading Club. Morning, Brian. Looks like you're muted.
We added in a Fed factor, and so today's volatility we're calculating 10, a little less than yesterday. Yesterday was 223. Okay. We've got 1 minute to open.
Hey, 1 minute to open, guys.
For the first 6 minutes, no trading, right? Okay, for today, the big support is 30,499. The resistance target, 30,878. Remember, Fed announcement tomorrow at 2. If you guys want volatility, have fun at 2:01 p.m. tomorrow. Not for the squeamish. Today's volatility for the swing analysis, 210 points. We do expect the market to move within 210-point ranges, up and down as we move through the day. Everybody ready? No questions?
We get a lot of feedback here.
15 seconds. All right. Let's see what the big boys do right off the open. Could they be pushing it down to go up? If they do push it toward up, it will be going up toward the daily pivot. If they push it down, it'll be going to 30,499. Let's watch the fireworks. We are open for business.
Much better. Sorry about that.
Make some money.
Are we good now?
15-minute trend is up, 60's down. We're still below the daily pivot.
Perfect.
The trend will turn up only if we go above the daily pivot right now, which is 30,713. 30,713. Okay?
So the daily pivot's a pretty interesting area, Ryan.
You notice ticks start on the upside. Ticks start on the upside today. Plus 500.
So we're pretty far under the pivot right now on the 2 minute. Is that what you're saying?
So we really pretty interesting way to define trend here. Some simple moving averages, and the daily pivot helps a lot. It's kind of like that point where if you get to the daily pivot, it kind of wants to push it away, up or down. And
see if we can break through 30,499.
They're pushing it down. Yeah.
Yeah. So earlier, right before
Or
we got
does
on
that
air,
support
Coach,
hold?
Actually, got a call from one of his institutional partners saying that they would probably push it down significantly before buying this morning. The idea is that the day is going to be even. Pretty much as for the day, you'll probably see some big swings in the day. But
it was good short covering down there yesterday, guys.
Why unchanged? Fed announcement tomorrow.
Yeah, everybody's waiting to see what's going to happen, but they don't want to make any big moves today. Is that?
Everybody knows what's going to happen. That's just the way it's going to happen. The institutions are going to battle over long and short today. And I would imagine. I mean, we could see a big sell-off because pretty much everybody knows that the Fed's not going to change their mind on anything they're doing. So,
Brian, do you ever take
we'll
trades
send
here
you-
in the beginning?
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, I took a good short this morning, and due to sound issues, I would have been in
Right
this
now,
short
average
right here.
true range is 37 points.
Sound issues, trying to get going with that. We have a first touch rule here on our 89. Let me message coach real quick.
Pretty thin right now, I'd say. Pretty thin in terms of the bids and offers.
So everybody, what you're listening to in the background, I have the coach muted, but what you're listening to is the head coach kind of calling what he's seeing here at the market open.
And we are at 499. Yes, sir. If anyone's shorted, you're hitting your first target. Again, for newer clients, we don't expect you to trade for the first 6 minutes. If anyone's shorted, 499 was your target. And we just hit that. Now, it should be acting as support. We'll see. Did anyone actually short it and get their target?
And did you catch our daily volatility number, Ryan?
If you shorted, you should be taking profits. We're already up 50 points from the low. You see that?
I was busy getting a
Does everybody see
Stream ready.
how that's acting as support?
So if we see this bounce off support, we should see a move about 210 points to
All right.
the north.
And if you were short, that should have been your target. You don't want to get trapped if the market starts coming up, right? We don't want that.
Brian, will it double bottom here if that's going to happen, or?
I would imagine. Well, we kind of are looking at a double bottom, a test and a retest here.
A little
The interesting
W
thing
here
is
now.
This
At 561.
now. I would say if it breaks the blue line on our 133 tick chart,
So
200
first
period moving average, I would probably end up
Indication
going
that the
long.
market's going to go higher, right, guys?
And there are people still shorting. This is most likely going to be a two-way day. So we are trading the YM, and that's the Dow Jones Industrial Average in the futures market. And
Watch your
the reason we
ticks.
trade is because when he's talking about ticks, we're looking at the New York Stock Exchange ticks. The number of people buying the S&P 500, number of people selling the S&P 500, or buy programs or sell programs, as you'll hear Coach call it.
Target means if you were short, where do you want to make your money at? What's support mean? Support means buyers are going to come in at 499, Nick. And right now we've got a light long on. Anybody long right now? Your next target is up here. Your next target would be 591. Raise your stop. Right now, I am long. Boom.
Yep,
Nail it.
that's what
Nail that
long.
sucker. Nail it.
I love it. Love the enthusiasm. Easy little scalp there. It's just 7 minutes in, still too volatile.
Good job. Next target, 604. Boom. Order filled, one left. How many took this long trade? How many took this long trade? Did we tell you there'd be support at 499? How many actually took that? I know some of our swing traders did. Diana, great job. You're up over 100 points right here. Don't we love it, people? And guess what? We gave you the signal 40 minutes ago. We told you where the institutions were going to be buying. Stops up now, worries out. Stops up, worries out. One left. And that's why we don't like to trade for the first 6 minutes, right? How many of you, if you right off the beginning, would have gone short? Admit it. How many thought after the first 3 minutes the market was going to tank?
And then you get trapped short.
Be honest now. Yeah. But we saved you. All right. Hey, I thought so too. But when I saw the support hit and it's hooked around, we took it. Nice 100-point winner trade. Yeah. Everybody's flat now, right? Trailing stop.
Is that first touch, Brian, right here? Or no? With the 89?
I would probably stay away from first touch rule in this sideways market. That's a tough one. And,
Okay.
Our first touch rule is when we have a momentum cross and we go to the 89 exponential on the 133 and retrace from there. You look at your momentum, it's completely sideways this morning. Like I said, we're probably going to have bulls and bears fighting for a little while.
Right. Everybody understood. He didn't mean to buy stop below the market, buy limit.
I always forget to look at momentum with that one. So thanks for clearing that up.
Yeah, I mean, and for people that it takes practice. You really think about it. If you look at what it takes to ride a bike, you've got to pedal, steer, keep your balance, everything all at the same time. And sometimes we get so focused on one thing that we forget that there's a curb in front of us, and then all of a sudden we're going forward over the handlebars.
Makes
horrible
sense.
analogy. That is a horrible analogy. I can do better next time. I would imagine you look at the 2-minute chart, we're probably going to see a little consolidation pattern happening on that top left chart for you guys out there. Let me go into the room and poke Coach a little bit.
Everybody's green so far, right? Let's keep it that way. Don't give your money back to the market.
Everybody should be green. We've only had one trade since the open, right?
Yeah. And a couple of pre-opening scalps, which were good. So right now I've just watch the battle ensue right now. We've got obviously support 499. We have resistance 618. So far you got 120 point range, like in the first 12 minutes. 118 point range, first 12 minutes. Look at the two tails on the 15-minute chart. Does everybody see that? There's a real battle going on there. Bears are trying to push it below that 499. Bulls are trying to stabilize and cover some shorts there. Good battle.
This is exactly what we expected. To the T. So we actually start putting the numbers, what we call our numbers, together around 9. It's our daily plan for the day. We really try to look at what the institutions may do for the day, meaning that, not all institutions have the same idea of what they want to do, where they want to take the market. Usually the bigger institutions end up winning, but as you can see right now, the fight continues. There's really not a trade unless you're a gambler, unless you're really gambling. We've had one trade since the open. I did take a short. I need to tell Coach I took that short after his long call. But if you're trading right now, you're just gambling. That's all there is to it.
For me, it's hard to see how, with the Fed announcement tomorrow, that anyone could be taking
It's like he can predict
true optimism from the announcements and all that, right? I mean, what's going to change tomorrow? What's going to change high gasoline prices? What's going to change shortages?
Sound familiar?
How's the Fed, and if the Fed raises rates, how does that help business? So I don't know. Just my opinion.
I like your opinion, Coach.
Yeah.
I was just talking to somebody about that.
They'll make all these statements and everything, and here we're breaking now for 499. Bears are starting to assert themselves. I have no trade on right now. $15-minute has turned down. So it looks right now it looks like the upper parts of the range toward that 600 are definite shorts. So let this thing play out in its range. Still trying to hold 499 area, like a little lower, but don't think it's going to last. So shorts are in order
All right.
on rallies.
Coach, I think I'm going to confirm the first touch of the lever with a 16 tick.
There's a big echo. Whoever's speaking. Coach, are you speaking? Yeah, big echo again.
Evidently, if I talk to the room this morning, there's going to be an echo. Maybe I should switch headsets. What do you think, Ryan?
No, you just need to mute the mic in the stream if you're
Now
talking
we
in the
got
room.
I did.
80-point
It's weird.
rally
Still
in
echoes.
a minute and a half. Still not in a trade. Don't jump into any of these trades, guys, unless you know what you're doing.
Very true.
This is like a railroad track pattern on a 15-minute chart. Made a new low, immediately followed by buying. Everybody see that? By the way, yesterday's support was 523. Today's 499. Well, you could say it's a little lower, 480. Still not that bad. Look at this, and you'd have a bigger W now right here. You see this, guys? 615 is a buy signal.
Just trying to mute the audio.
Goes above 615, it's a buy signal.
Like I said, it just means I can't talk to the room.
And the bulls have won.
And there's a big W on the 2-minute chart as well. Double bottom for some of you out there that have traded before. If you're new to trading, it just simply means that we tested a certain spot, retested a certain spot, and then couldn't go below that. So prices should go up.
627 would be your next target. 627 would be your next target.
And as you can see, Coach posted a long setup, so we should be looking for an opportunity to take a long.
What would be the stops on trades right now? Anybody know?
Be a big stop,
Take a
wouldn't it?
guess on the stops. 50 points. Yep. You would need a 50-point stop. Look at this.
Got it.
Average true range.
50 points. It's not a stop that I want to have.
Yeah.
I keep thinking that there's a place for me to go short here, but probably a little late to the party. We could take it on a tiny little M top here on that 133 tick chart. And we're still sideways. I mean, look at this. This is nuts.
Yeah.
What I would do, honestly, is I would look for a pattern and use the tick chart. High tick read, take a short. Low tick read, take a long with one of our trade setups. If I had to be in trade.
I think right now, Nick, you should just sit on your hands, in my opinion.
And that's
Why would
the
anyone want to trade this?
again, goes back to your
Let me
gambling.
ask you this. Do you see a high probability trade with a low stop?
Brian, I was trading like crazy here 2 months ago. But I'm not doing anything now. Thanks to you guys.
We're just throwing spaghetti at the wall, seeing what sticks.
Been down 118-point move. If you can time it, that's great. If you can't, yeah, if it goes above 615, it'll be a buy signal. Well, what if you took it? It did go above 6. Didn't it go above 615? I think it did. What would have happened if you bought it?
Stop out.
You should be stopped out, right? Yeah. So did you buy it?
Too much risk in that.
If you bought it, take a quick stop. Don't sit there and wait for it to break 480. Because if it goes below 480, it's a sell signal. Everybody see that? If it takes out this low, it's the same as the buy signal up there, but it probably lose 50 points the other way. In other words, every trade right now would be getting stopped out.
You know what's crazy is
The market is in a
today of all days-
120-point range.
We did say that a little earlier. It's probably going to be range bound for quite some time today, right?
Yeah.
I think the funny thing is, past 2 weeks, we had what? Maybe in the first 30 minutes open, 2 or 3 massive trades almost every single day. Get one trade this morning, and it was a shaky one at best. But one of the things that we do teach people, which you know, Ryan, is to not try to predict the market. Do what the market's telling you to do. And some people out there are going to say, hey, you just predicted what the market's going to do. No, it's called a bias. We want to have an idea that says, hey, if the market does this, then this is my plan of action. If you don't have that plan of action prior to the open or when you start trading, you shouldn't trade. That's all there is to it. Don't trade. Don't have a plan of action. Don't trade. So you have to know if the market goes up. If my plan today is if the market breaks out of this range, I'm going to go long or short depending on which direction it goes. I won't trade it inside this range. I can tell you that.
It still could go above 616. You see that? Still could go above there.
And the good thing about us is we have our institutional partners that give us an idea on what they what the institutions want to get accomplished. It helps that.
And what would your target be? 627, right?
Former Goldman Sachs professionals helping us.
You see that? If you take a long trade.
Yeah.
The markets.
Gonna try it again.
No. What's that? One more time, right? It does have that. I like to hear what Coach has to say, but it does have that. We do have institutional partners and people that our coaches were all trained by former Goldman Sachs professionals. So we really have a good idea on how the institutions are going to look at the markets and think about the markets. And this is where, if we get this momentum cross, I would probably now start looking to go long. But again, as I said earlier, I think this is, and Coach said it too, this is one of those days where if we hit that little resistance line on the 15 range, break that, probably look to go long. But today is one of two things: two-way trading, meaning that you don't want to get caught in consolidation. You want to try to buy at the bottom of the range and sell at the top of the range.
Next target would be 631.
So you could take and I think they're in a long trade, correct?
I'm not sure.
631. Yep. We're looking long. So me being super conservative, would not have taken a real trade here until about now. I'd probably just now be looking to, now that things are starting to shake out a little bit, looking to find some, this would be an easy short. As a matter of fact, I'll jump into a little short here, scalp it a little bit. And there you go. Wrong. We'll hold it for a couple minutes, see what happens. We should see a little bit pullback here, depending on whether we want to see this momentum cross or not. 615 again, buy opportunity.
You think it retraces back a little bit toward the 615?
Yeah. We probably that's what I would say. Again, this is completely expected in front of the Fed news. And I love that Coach said the same thing.
Volatility is pretty high.
Definitely feels slow compared to the last few days.
Yep. And I'll go flat on this at break even because it's not moving where I want it to move. Well, you know, we've got a couple trade setups that
Any
that
low
can
tick
navigate
reads, let's
through
go
this.
long.
Our 16 tick rule is a great trade for
631 will be your
range
target.
bound environment. Well over 100 points. If you're range bound within 50 points, you don't really want to be using the 16 tick rule, but you can use it if you've got these big, what I call waves happening. And there's my short working out.
You got out.
Yeah, too early.
I did too. I did what you said.
I'd
Your
rather
fault.
no money than that. I'd rather make no money than lose money.
Yeah.
Let me pay the commission and move on to the next one. Again, I had two good shorts this morning, so I'm not hurting to jump into a trade by any means. And this is where a lot of people go wrong too. They get success early on in the day, and then all of a sudden they feel like they need to be in a trade no matter what happens, and just get chewed
Pick them
up,
off.
especially on a day like today. They are definitely long.
Yep.
631 filled. Good job, Noel. Yeah, you should be done for the day. Or are you on this last trade here, long? How many people are long right now? Good job, Luis. All right, don't get in now then. Just stay long.
Probably look for this go to the pivot.
Next up, daily pivot.
Oh yeah. Yeah. There you go.
Next up, 713.
This is my first day on the job.
Would you jump in here though, or would you wait for it
And
to
Nick,
kind of pull back and then go?
Theoretically, on a swing turn
I'm gonna look
basis,
for a little flag.
that
right
low,
now.
that buy
Buy
stop
stop.
at 615 is correct. We did not take out the low. We didn't close below 480. So believe it or not, the buy signal, in other words, this green bar is bigger than the red bar. If that makes anybody happy, right? See this? Fake out, breakout, breaks the high, now it's going higher. But who's going to trade that? You know, smaller accounts can't trade that. Bigger accounts can.
I mean, you've also got to look at this. I mean, there's a lot of big money holding short positions. So
Take one more off.
there's going to be some type of
713 is your target.
play. I would be really hard pressed to see the market end up
499
very
still is support. That area.
unchanged.
With
So I got in long on that
buying.
little flag there. Got 10 points, took a little profit. Got my stop at break
Yep.
even. So
15-minute trend
Lock
still
in.
up.
flat. So
For a second, it
little
was
scout.
down.
That's it. I got to be honest, Ryan.
And it
I'm
turned up.
probably not going to take another trade unless something crazy happens here. This is,
Yeah.
And again, we do start at 8:30 Eastern every morning, and we have actually 7 a.m. Eastern with a lot of our members. And I know there's at least 2 or 3 people on a daily basis that are done
Most of
done
your
for the
ticks are
day
above zero.
before the market even opens. What? How can you be done trading before the market opens?
Well, futures are open, right?
That's the great thing about trading the Dow is you can get those 100-point moves on a regular basis daily, almost any time of the day, except for the evening. Evening, you're not going to see it very much, but anywhere from London open all the way through 4 p.m., you're going to get 100-point moves. And let's just face it, all you need is 100-point move a day, and then you if you throw 2 contracts at it, that's $1,000. You're done. You need 500 grand, 4 contracts, get a 100-point move, done. $500,000 a year.
Yep.
So we could probably look at our first touch rule right here. Now that the market's kind of slowed down, picked a direction. Close to a first touch rule. Well, not really. We are still trading counter trend every time we go long, though.
Still looking for the pivot, maybe?
Oh, yeah. Yep. I jumped back in on the HMA cross. Ten ticks. Again, stop at break even, flat. That's it. I think they're still long. I wish I could fix my audio here and ask Coach what his thoughts are.
You should be fine. I can mute you. Here, let me try this. Try it out.
Coach, is everybody flat?
You guys, you're flat, trailing stops hit. What? What's the story? All right. The Crable 30-minute breakout.
Try it again, Brian.
High. The 30-minute breakout high, guys, was 654, right? 30-minute breakout high, 654. And see how high did we get? 671. Almost 20 points above the 10 o'clock high. I think everybody should be flat now. The average true range is 51. Everybody's green so far, correct? Excellent. All right, everybody sit on their hands for a while. Let's just go over what we did today so far. All right, little recap. Okay, earlier. Yeah, and one thing, Nick, I think you would admit, this is especially for a beginner. When you get 55 average true range, you should not be trading, correct? Everybody understand that? So, all right, let's go over what we did. First trade of the morning before, right, the 8:30.
Well, I'll try it again in a minute. I'm having issues on the other
We
side.
looked at this double bottom. We took
It could be my
break
stream
above the
echoing back
double
through.
bottom as a buy signal right here. All right, so right after 8 o'clock, we went long at 30,558, right? That was our first trade of the day. Long, 30,558. We had some information that the response to the inflation
I meant to tell
final
Coach,
demand would
but
be
I did
bullish.
take the short after that long.
So we took that breakout at 8:30. We brought this little pullback at 562. So the first 2 trades were counter trend longs. All right. Then after we hit resistance at the 700 area, right near what? The daily pivot, we were trying to short the daily pivot at 716, right? Everybody remembers that? We were trying to go short. Right?
I'm muted.
Okay, we didn't get that. We missed it. So what do? 15 range short trade. Here's where we were trying to get short. We couldn't. right? Daily pivot, 713. We missed it by
And I actually
5
took that
points.
15 range short or 16 tick rule short
So
right
on
there.
the first
coach
sell
is pointing out.
signal, 692 was the short. Immediate drop down and a profit there. And then we had to wait the 6 minutes for the open, and a couple of us did go long at 499, where our indicated support was for today. So that was our real trades on the open and pre-open, right? So right here, and you can see our opening numbers, 499 support. So we were buyers down there, very low risk. Caught a nice rally up, right?
We did publish those numbers
Then-
in our room at 9:15.
Again, there was a W right here at 561, if you remember. We used the 565 buy stop. That went long. I took a scalp right here, which lost. It was I took a scalp here. I don't know if anybody else did. 589. Immediately was stopped at 573. That was my only loss. And then, of course, the buy signal at this 615 area that got us into 670. So another 50-point winner. Now we're going down. Now there's a sell signal coming up right here. Sell signal at 540. You can take that. So there's one more trade.
Here we go. Let's do it.
Target's going to be toward 520. Anyway,
Gonna wait
that's what we did
until
this morning.
thing reverses
we're
just
still
for
in a
second.
downtrend. Market has to show us some additional support. Anybody short right now?
You waiting for the 16
Any
tick?
kind of add into the short
Yeah. That's
is
exactly
appropriate.
right. Patiently.
Everybody's green. That is the key.
All right, let me try to talk in the other room, see if we still have feedback.
Next target is 520. On the short.
Thank you for that, Coach.
You're welcome. And everybody else should be sitting on their heels counting their change right now. Here comes 520. This would be the last one. This would be 6 out of 7 winners this morning. A little over trading.
A little
That's
over trading.
okay.
That's exactly right.
Over profiting.
The funny thing is, we're up 100, right around 150 points. on our
520
trade calls
next
this
target.
morning, and that's kind of a slow morning for us. Crazy morning again. Going
Order
back to,
filled. Done for the
give me
morning.
2 minutes. I did go short. On
How many
that
people took that
confirmation,
short trade?
That little flag there.
Very
There
good.
For a second longer. Got my profits. Stops at break even. And
Now let's relax a
you know,
little
if you're
bit.
new to
Okay?
trading, you're trying,
Is that
or
good
even
enough?
if you're experienced and you're trying to trade all day like today, and you don't have help from a group or people who are professionally trained, you're probably getting chewed up. You're
This
probably
thing is all over
make
the
some
map.
profits, give it back. Run some profits, give it back. This is a
But
tough
just
day
like
for
before,
even people who have traded for years.
oh, great
There we go.
thing. And we
Short
call this
signal.
the first touch rule. First touch rule, and then a break of an M. So two trades. First touch rule, which I was presenting, so I didn't have a chance to get up here. 590 was a short, as you can see. And then a break of support here. Do you see this support? Anytime you break support, it triggers a short, a sell signal.
Keep
Does that
moving.
make sense, Matthew?
All right, locking in a little profit on the second contract here. So we should
Yeah, I
be
mean, you know, again, 7
pretty
trades.
good.
Do you want to catch every one of them? Probably not. Here's also an
That's
M
the other thing. A lot of people.
type of trade, right? This is like a wacky type of M. It didn't spend as much time on the right part of the M here. 1, 2, 3. But you could have also taken a short at 606. I just didn't take it because we
Flat
were
on this one.
wrapping up the morning. But I did catch enough to get 20 points on this sell signal 2 minutes ago. Nice job, Robert.
So we should do this tomorrow.
Now,
for the
Matthew,
Fed
could you
next
also
week.
see a buy signal here? Right? Shorts
Yeah.
went short where we did 540. Let's say you didn't take a profit and it goes above 608. That would be a buy signal, right? In other words, everyone short down here would be losing money up there. So the sad part about today is everybody's losing if they don't know what they're doing.
It's pretty much exactly what we just said. You think,
If
Coach and I
anyone's
think alike,
sitting
Ryan?
there today for a nice smooth up or nice
He's watching on the
smooth ride
YouTube.
down, like where you could sit in a trade for an hour, good luck.
He's just waiting for me to
Good
say
luck,
something
my
that he
friends.
says it.
You're not going to find it. That's why what we're
Kidding.
saying right now is, what trade should you do? The one no one likes to hear.
Sit on your hands.
SOH. The SOH system. No one likes to hear that.
Guaranteed
Be
not to
SOH or
lose
you'll be
money.
SOL.
Is it? I know a guaranteed way not to lose money trading. The SOH system.
Except
Don't let me use
professionals.
The lawyers don't let me use the word
Thank
guarantee,
you,
but
Ramon.
I'm gonna use it there.
It's a good reminder. That's where we should all be. What's the momentum right now?
That we don't have it. Maybe down a little bit.
Momentum. We're looking at the momentum chart right now, 133. Yeah, an inch down, right? Isn't it like mostly unchanged? Yeah, just cross down. It's like it doesn't know what it wants to do. Look at it going. First it's down, then it's up. Now it's just coming down again. Yeah, if you take a bigger picture, it's sideways. Because it's changing, but it can't stay changed. I don't like that.
I don't know who's listening out there, but we do. Don't we offer a trial for the Liberty Trading Club? 7-day free trial.
Oh, yeah.
Right, Ryan?
Yes, we do. Sorry.
LibertyTradingClub.com.
LibertyTradingClub.com. You can go ahead and get your free 7-day trial. You can hop in the actual trading room and listen to the coach and see what the other members are saying and get access to all of Brian's great tutorials in there too. Right, Brian?
Yeah, we have an entire training library for our methodology, trade setups.
Just
First
let it
touch
go
rule
for
that
now,
coach
guys.
just
Let it
covered.
go, please.
16 tick rule we talked about a couple times.
15-minute trend is down now again. Look at these. I mean, come on. Look at these
Yeah.
15-minute
So go ahead
bars.
over to Liberty Trading Club, get your free account. Brian, I got a cut from the stream.
Sure.
You see
Yep.
two of them,
I'll
they're
jump off as
railroad
well.
track patterns.
Yeah, we'll see everybody in the
What's this?
room.
This
Go
is
ahead, get
like
your free account. You can
an
hop in the room with us.
8-lane
Thanks.
Subway.
LibertyTradingClub.com. Thanks, guys.
Railroad